Hey folks, Mr. Justin here with Secret Weapon Miniatures and a new 2-minute tutorial for you. This time a quick, effective facing technique. We're going to talk about dirt. We're going to talk about what kind of dirt I've got, how I've got it, how we apply it. So real quick, let's hop over to top down. Let's look at my dirt. So in this case what I've got out in the backyard is a series of soil sieves. They're just screens you can pick up in most garden centers, and it guarantees that I get all the nice small root, fine particle dirt out of my garden without having to deal with the big stuff. But I keep the big stuff in a separate bag. In this case, my wife and I are also both bonsai hobbyists, so every time we trim roots, we keep all of that so that I've got nice big roots to use for stumps, and I've got nice fine roots that we can use for, anything we need for roots and trees and all of that. If you're not a bonsai hobbyist, that's fine. You can get any house plants. You can also hit like your local garden center, Home Depot, something like that. Ask them for just the root mass from their dead plants. Most of the time they're happy to give it to you. If you're doing something like ivy, whether you're using Miniature Silliphore or the Army Painter little ivy things, something like that, it also looks a lot nicer when it's attached to a root. But in this case, what we're going to talk about is a couple of bases. Fix the focus on that for you real quick. That way you can see it and we don't have to worry about it focusing in and out for us. I'll do that manually. So we've got two bases here, great pieces, part of an upcoming release for Secret Weapon, sculpted by Dave Taylor. But in this case we've got a combination of sand and ballast for the ground. It works, but it's not as sharp as what I'm looking for, not as organic as what I'm looking for. In this case, here's one of the 40mm bases where I've actually applied the dirt. So you can see how I've got that combination of fine root and speckly material. So it's a lot more varied, it's a lot more interesting, and will both work. This is going to give me a superior visual finish. You prime it as normal, paint it as normal, or in this case cast it as normal, and all I'm going to do is take some cyanoacrylite, super glue, apply it wherever you want dirt, which in the case of this base is just about everywhere. This is the thin cyanoacrylite, and I am doing a very, 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 very thin layer of it. Get back on camera here for you. Sorry about that. So you can see I'm just putting a thin layer just about everywhere. Some spots where that sand and ballast is going to show through is going to be great, actually. Again, it'll vary the texture for me, make things a bit more interesting. I have my bag of dirt. I have my palette knife, and I'm just going to take the base, take the dirt, sprinkle it on. You can see I'm not being tidy. That's alright. Shake it off. I'm actually going to go blow that off and have to vacuum later, but that's alright. Come back in, stiff brush, clean up any spots where you don't want it. Wipe it off on a paper towel because you are getting cyanoacrylite on your brush. But very quick, very easy. You can see, I mean, again, a lot more varied, a lot more natural looking, a lot more like dirt. Go figure, right? Anyway, you know where to find me if you have any questions. Mr. Justin at secretweaponminiatures.com. Join us on Facebook, hit the blog, wherever it is you want to find me. If you have questions, we'll try to help you out. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.